All right, folks, so we are back at the chicken coop, and today we're going to be digging some holes. We're not sure how many holes we're going to get dug today because it is going to be raining, but we're going to try to get as many posts as we can in the ground. And this is for the ridge pole, or the ridge line, then that we'll hang our netting off of. So give it a shot. All right, so we're not sure how this is going to play out. I don't think we've ever done this before, so we'll see. We're going to try it and see how this works out.
What are we trying?
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to pour a little bit of this into the bottom, the concrete mix. Then we're going to have you set this in there. And then I'm going to pour concrete in it all the way around it and use the water in the hole to hopefully get the concrete mixed up.
So we're doing a dry pour?
We're doing a dry pour. And we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
All right. Why don't you back up a little bit?
Oh, with what, this?
Yeah, take this back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that'll be tall enough, don't you?
I think so. Doesn't have to be that bad or that tall.
We're short.
We're short. So, okay.
Chickens are short.
Chickens are short too.
So?
I think so. Okay, so we've got this post concreted in the ground, and we also have the far end as well here. Now the next step for us to do is we're going to run a string from this post all the way across the run to that post over there. Unfortunately, because the concrete's still wet, we're going to wait a day or two to run the line. Once we have the line, then we can use that line to put in the 2 additional posts, but we're not going to concrete those. We're just going to get those in the ground, and then yeah, make sure it's all lined up for the next step, which will be to add the ridge pole. What are you girls doing? So a couple of days ago, we put this last post in. We've got a little bit of concrete in the bottom. We're going to go ahead and backfill this hole, this hole right now. Basically what we're going to be doing is putting some eye holes or eye hooks in the tops of all of the 4x4s, and then running cable across as our ridge line for our netting.
Hi, ladies. Hi. Was it good? Well, let's stand in the place. That's cool.
Sturdy?
Yep.
Good. Think one thing of dirt's going to be enough for this?
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing of dirt will be fine.
I'm gonna get the big can of ash and bring it.
All right. Oh, look at you. Okay. You just want to push it. Okay, so basically what we've done is we've got this end of the cable latched to one of these guys, and then we're going to take this hook and we're going to hook the eye bolt that we put up there and then tighten it. Right?
Right.
Okay.
You have the right tools?
I do now. Jerk. All right.
Looks good.
It does look good.
I think the girls will be happy.
Yeah.
They
And
can
the
be out
girls
here.
will be happy.
They'll be able to be out here more and not have to worry about any of the aerial predators.
Yeah. So the guide wire, or the cable, runs all the way over there. And don't kick us in the butt about it not being level. That's fine.
It's just
It'll
gonna
work.
hold
It's
up
just gonna hold up the netting. So
just holding up that netting high enough and
yeah,
protecting them.
that'll work. Hey folks, so it's been a few days since that last clip. We've had some other stuff going on, and we've been waiting for some supplies so we can put the netting up on top of this cable. Some of those supplies we've been waiting for: pool noodles, a bunch of carabiners, and some fence stakes, which we'll get into in just a minute. We are going to be wrapping the pool noodles around the cable to help protect the cable or the netting from the cable. You just don't want it to get cut. So first thing we got to do is let's get some pool noodles up. Gives the coop some color, a little attitude. Look at that. That's cute. Like that. Okay, so now that we have the pool noodles in place, we bought these 6-foot garden stakes, and the idea is we're going to wrap this netting around it tight. We're going to zip tie it so that the rod we can then use with carabiners and attach to the top of this fence. So let's give it a shot.
So we cut the end of the netting so it's all straight in one line. And then we took some electrical tape just to kind of guide us so it doesn't slip and move. So that way we have a way to start our starting point for at least rolling it.
You gotta make sure you get all the netting in the, okay.
It's all there.
Yep, there you go.
This way.
This is pretty easy, isn't it? This sucks.
This is awful.
Yeah, this
My
sucks.
fingers are getting poked, and there's things that we would do differently. One, I would get bigger carabiners.
I would have just built a wooden run. That way we could just take the net and just be so much easier. The next run upgrade will be me building one. That'll work. Yeah. All right, let go on your side. That's pretty good.
Just stand there now.
Do 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 do.
Dad's gonna protect you guys. Don't
What's
worry.
for dinner? Chicken. I'm eating chicken for dinner. Where are we going? Oh, don't talk with food in your mouth. Hey, every once in a while we treat ourselves to McDonald's. It's really like there's only a handful of restaurants here in Holton, and so we do like a McDonald's every now and then.
That's only when we're in a hurry, when I don't have time to
Cook.
Yeah, I mean, this morning I was in a hurry.
All right, so today we are heading
This is the surprise we talked about last week.
That's right.
I
That's
put a
right.
post up last week on
That's right.
YouTube and Facebook and Patreon and
Yeah.
well, actually Patreon knows what's going on.
Yeah, they do know what's going on. So
Yeah.
if you have not joined our Patreon or you don't know what it is, I'll give you a quick rundown. Patreon is a membership group that we have. We give sneak peeks. We tell our patrons what's going on before we release it to the rest of the social media that we have. And there is a, what is it, a week free, or there's like a free thing.
For the Moose membership, where we usually put all the sneak peeks,
Which is only $5 a month. It's only $5 a month for the Moose membership.
and so that one you get 1 week of a trial for free.
Yep, 1 week trial.
And then you can sign up.
Yep.
Or
Or
you can-
not.
or
Or
not.
not. Whatever. You know,
But
whatever
that
works.
way you can see what's going on in there.
Yep.
Then there's a lower tier
Yeah, that's the Fisher tier. That's $3
a month. And
$3
then there's
a month.
also a free,
Yep.
which basically the free, you see pretty much everything we put over on Facebook and stuff.
Yep.
But the free guys actually get to cop over and get my recipe cards.
That's true, because all of Jen's recipes are on Patreon.
Yeah, because
So-
like the pizza I just did the other
Yep.
day, the crust, I just posted that one up.
That's awesome. So cool. Okay, so our patrons, our Moose membership patrons, which is again $5 a month. Those folks already know what we're doing, and so now we're gonna tell these guys. We're going to get more chickens.
She was going after them. They're like, no, we ain't taking that from you anymore.
Oh, good.
And they're giving it back to me.
But they'll get a little bit of blood in their stool. Here, but cautionary.
Okay, we made it home after a couple of hours of being on the road. We're excited to share with you the new addition to the flock. We've got Thelma, no, who do we have? What are their names?
We have Laverne.
Laverne and Shirley and Betty.
Yes.
Let that sink in for a moment. Hey, you Black Betty. All right, so let's take a look. Look at the new ones. Oh my goodness, they're so freaking cute. So this is Laverne right here. Black Betty is right there. And then
Shirley's
Shirley's
hiding.
hiding.
There she is.
There she is. Yep.
She's like, nope, I'm going to hide over here.
Yeah, look at Laverne. She's kind of like got a crazy, funny looking cute head. Oh, and you gotta look at her.
Fuzzy feet.
Fuzzy feet.
She got fuzzy feet.
Yeah. And Betty has some, what's it called?
Bumblefoot.
Bumblefoot.
She had a couple of little sores and it had just started. So we cleaned it up and we got her feet wrapped and we're going to check it out in a couple of days.
Yep.
But we caught it really early.
Yeah, let's see if we can. Oh, yep, there.
Yep.
So we've got them wrapped up.
She looks like she got stockings on.
Yeah. Hey, Betty. Here you are. There you are. All right. So basically what the plan here is to, we're going to leave the chickens in the cage. We're going to very carefully put the cage in the coop. We're going to leave the birds in there for probably 2 days. In the cage. In the cage, in the coop. That way, the new birds and the current birds can kind of get acclimated. So let's, yeah, ready to do it?
Ready?
Hey, first of all, chicken math. Man, that's a thing. I'm telling you, that is a thing. So we started with 6, 5 layers and a rooster, and now we have 8 layers and a rooster, and who knows, maybe we'll get more. I don't know. But we're going to deal with these guys first. So Jen and I had gotten started on the netting, and we found out really quick that our original plan, well, that just kind of sucked. So we went back to the drawing board and we came up with a different method or a different way to do it, and we're a hell of a lot happier with this. So let's show you what we've done. And here is the chickens' new run. First off, you'll notice that we've got these wood panels up here. So we had to build this so that the netting, which is right here, had something to that would hold its weight. We had an issue originally because all I had was this green fencing and some chicken wire fencing that went from T-post to T-post, and that didn't work. So we built out these wooden panels just on the exterior side, facing the walk path or the walkway here. We built it on that side as well. You'll also see some boards here. We've used this, and also up on the roof. But now on the roof, it's off of the actual roofing material itself, so that water, rain can still come off without any issues. The netting itself is 7-foot wide deer netting, also poultry netting that we used, and they are attached to the boards simply by these additional boards here that we attached, and it kind of grabs the netting. And then you can tell where we overlapped the netting about 6 to 8 inches, and then we just threw some zip ties in here. Kind of see the white zip ties there. What do you think, Jen?
About the netting?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm good with it. They're protected. I don't have to worry about them all day. Hawks are flying around and stuff, and they can't get to them.
All right, so before we continue, Jen here is going to feed the chickens, and as an update, the new chickens are doing pretty damn good. We did have some issues when they first got here. For the most part, I think the flock has kind of accepted them, don't you think?
I think so. They just get excited right now at this time of day.
Right.
They know they're going to get their fermented food.
That just looks so yummy.
No, it doesn't.
Oh boy, girls. Look at all the ladies. Look at them. They are ready for breakfast. Well, while Jen gets the breakfast ready, we'll kind of take a quick walk through. This is what it looks like underneath. The green stakes that I mentioned earlier in this video, we use those to attach each section of the netting, and then we simply carabinered it to the top of the fence, which has actually worked out really good. Really happy with how that turned out. And then if we come back here to their play area, we gave them some roosts, which they use not as much as I'd like to see them use them, but they do. We've got a big old dust bath for them. And while we were in here working, this was the ladder I was using, but it split on me. So we attached it to their coop, and now they can use it as another roost. So, all right, Jen is signaling that they are ready. She's ready to feed. So here we go. There's Betty. She just gets in there and gets her filling.
Laverne and Shirley. Laverne's eating some dried stuff in there.
Yeah.
And Shirley's laying us an egg. I already got one.
Nice. So going back to the new girls, the original flock has, I think they've accepted them. I mean, especially at night, but Laverne here, she is still pretty skittish.
I think that's her breed too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Betty here, she's just kind of gets in the middle of things and doesn't really care what anybody thinks. She gets beat up on a little bit.
I am so sorry, baby.
But comes right back. So hi, Thelma.
Yeah.
Yes, we hear you, Thelma.
I don't want you spooked. Sorry, Betty.
She's a cutie. Now that's Laverne. She's one of the new ones. Laverne is one of my favorites. She is a little smaller than the rest of them, though. So is Shirley. Shirley's a tiny one.
Well, she don't look tiny sitting in that nest. She's all fluffy.
And there is the world's newest chicken mom, who spends hours a day on her chickens. Her little...
Between the feed and the water, and yesterday I went and I pulled, a couple of buckets of weeds, getting the garden ready. And yeah, you know I'll protect you. Me and Rex will fight. But yeah, pulled out some weeds and threw it in here for them to scratch around on. Gives them something to do so they don't fight.
All right, so what does all of this mean? Well, that means that we are just about done with the chicken coop and its run. Now, there is one more thing that I want to do, and so I do have the material, and so here in a day or two, we are going to be replacing this window with one that opens up, because we have found out very quickly that we absolutely need ventilation in this coop. The coop gets a little warm, and the days have not been that hot. So we're going to go ahead and pull this window out, and then we will end up putting in a louver one, or a lever one, that you would find in like an old camper. And it's a little bit bigger, and that way we can open it up in the summertime, let some ventilation in there, and then in the wintertime we can close it up. But we'll probably get that done in a week or so. I'm not sure yet. I've got some other things that we've got going on, so but for right now I think that'll be fine until we replace it. So all right, well, on behalf of Jen and I and all of our baby chickens, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. And if you liked it, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell all your friends about us, and we'll see you folks on the next video.